Hello, and welcome to the eManage version 7 video demonstration of the custom editable fields feature. We developed this feature to allow users to decide which fields in data grids can be edited and by whom. Editable fields work in any grid and can be set up to use built-in drop-down lists from eManage 7, or you can create your own custom drop-down list and use it as a source for your editable field. Each field can be set up without security, or you can use one of the built-in application rights from eManage 7. You can even create your own application rights and use them to govern the editable field, granting your new right only to those users you wish to be able to edit. I'm going to be working with the current opportunities grid for demonstration purposes in this video, but this functionality applies to any grid anywhere in eManage 7. To begin, I'm going to go over here to my today, and I'm going to open up my current opportunities grid. And as you can see, I have a lot of fields here that I can choose from to make editable. And on every grid in eManage 7, there's a little red button down at the bottom right of your screen. And when you click it, it turns green, so you know that you're looking at your toolbar here. And I'm going to go to Grid Functions, and I'm going to go to Configure Editable Fields. And I'm going to start adding some fields that I want to be able to edit. So I'm going to start with company name. And my database table is companies. And I'm going to go ahead and let anybody who has access to this be able to edit the company name right in the grid. And I'm going to add in the quote date. And that's going to be projects. And I'm going to go ahead and let anybody edit that. And I'm going to add in project type. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and assign it to a drop-down list. And built into eManage is a drop-down list called project types. And I'm going to do the same thing with project status. And we have a drop-down for that as well. And I'm going to go ahead and add in the approximate value. And I'm going to assign that to an application right. And I'm going to attach that to create and price bill of materials. And I'm going to go ahead and close this. And now if I go in here, I can start editing my fields right here in the grid. Okay, and if I go down here to search eManage and look for a company, you can see that that is an immediate change to the company name in eManage. And now if I go down to project type, you can see that this is a drop-down with my drop-down lists that I've set up in eManage. I've got my project status. It's also a drop-down. And I can choose right from there. And my approximate value. Now I can edit this field because I have the right to create and price bill of materials. But if I go into the administrator and I change my rights, so I'm going to take this right away, and I'm going to go back to eManage, and I'm going to reload my rights, and I'm going to close my current opportunities and reload them. And now when I go to approximate value, it is no longer an editable field. So you can also build your own drop-down lists and application rights. That is here on the File menu. So if I go to Create Custom Drop-Down Lists, I just give it a name. And let's go ahead and call this let's call this project name. Okay, when I go into the administrator now, and I go to my drop-down lists, and I scroll down to my project, I have a new drop-down list here called project name, and I can add some items to this. And now when I go back to eManage, I'm going to go ahead and reload my drop-down lists. I'm going to reload my current opportunities. And I'm going to make an editable field out of project name with a drop-down list of my new drop-down list that I created. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. Oh. This is my project name drop-down list, one I just created. And when I go to project name here, this is now a drop-down, and it has my new drop-down list. So that is editable fields. Of course, there are grids everywhere in eManage, including your search. And just here on the main screen, there's leads, there's alerts, follow-ups. There's about 250 grid-based data grids in here, and all of them you can configure editable fields for. And thank you for watching.